Power of empathy. If you've lived long enough, you know that obstacles are inevitable in this life, and when times are rough, we all need a little empathy. Whether you're giving or receiving empathy can help not only the other person, but you as well. In today's world, there's a lot of lack of empathy, especially in the workplace. I'll be speaking on the importance of empathy and the experiences I've had. In discussing my value for empathy, I'll be talking about the following: interpersonal relationships, how it benefits others, and how it ties into emotional intelligence. Interpersonal relationships. In my senior year of high school, my family and I were struggling financially and had to move as a result. I was expected to transfer schools, and at the time I was actually in dance, and it was concert season. So I'd informed my instructor that I would have to be pulled from the numbers. With lots of empathy, my instructor gave me a call and was determined to find a solution to the problem. The solution was that I was going to move with my grandpa, who was much closer to the school, and she offered to give me rides to school and back, which I was forever grateful to this day that someone had lots of empathy for me in times of struggle. She had lots of communication, I had lots of communication in both parties, and we had built a stronger connection and relationship as a result. Now that I've discussed interpersonal relationships, I will now be discussing how it benefits others and how it ties into emotional intelligence. Beneficial to others. So empathy overall improves communication for not only interpersonal relationships, but for a team as well, and it can benefit everyone in the team. So for example, in a team of cross country, in a team of a workplace in the office, in a team of finishing a project for school. It doesn't work unless everyone is on the same team. So say one of the people in the team is having some trouble at home, and that is reflecting on their performance. So instead of taking an approach of threatening them or talking behind their back of how they are lazy or not performing well, an empathetic approach is more appropriate. Because if the person is approached in a negative way, that person is not going to come in inspired to come in and do better. But if you come in and ask them if they're okay, if there's anything that they need, they are more likely to perform better, and you can find a solution to the problem. And subsequently, that benefits everyone on the team, not only the person that is struggling, but the whole team as a result. So empathy really does open doors to help and benefit not only yourself, but everyone around you. So empathy is being concerned with the human being and not just the output, like in those examples. If you're just concerned about them performing well so that we win a race, that is not being empathetic. That is being only concerned about the output of what they can benefit, what is going to be the output. And being empathetic is being concerned with the human and making sure that they're okay and healthy. Now that I've discussed the interpersonal relationships on empathy and the beneficial benefits to others, I will now finally be discussing how empathy ties into emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to read others' emotions, being self-aware of your own emotions, and being able to manage those emotions, especially in stressful times and situations. So emotional intelligence makes you more empathetic. Why is that? Because emotional intelligence is being able to manage your own emotions. And if you're able to recognize your own emotions in times of anger, sad, betrayed, you're able to read that on other people. And if you're able to read that in other people, you're able to take an empathetic approach. So an example I have is I've had a friend who, even in stressful times, even in times of conflict, gossip, being yelled at, she would never raise her voice. she would always be in control of her emotions and was able to manage conflict, whether how big or small. And it's not a coincidence that this same person, she was very empathetic. She would be able to talk to people when they were at their lowest point. She would always invite people who were alone to the friend group. So being emotionally intelligent and being empathetic come hand in hand, because if you're able to manage your own emotions, you're able to recognize that other people are feeling a certain type of emotion. It's about listening and being able to recognize not only within yourself, but in other people. So to sum up, I've talked about empathy in regards to, I have talked about the value of empathy and how it can be implemented in everybody's life, and how it ties into interpersonal relationships, how it benefits others, and its relation to emotional intelligence. So to end my speech, I want to give you a quote from Barack Obama. Learning to stand in somebody else's shoes, to see through their eyes. That's how peace begins, and it's up to you to make that happen. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. Thank you.